Another pre-season underway. How does it feel to be back?
Yeah, very exciting. Real buzz. Obviously, it is a fresh start, but it's also a continuation of our journey. I think it's important that what we've done over the last 6 seasons, there's a lot of growth there, a lot of learns, a lot of things we've done really well, and a lot of things we can do a lot better. And that gives us the sort of the ammunition to take it to another level. And that's sort of been the approach. And it's been challenging and enjoyable so far.
At the end of last season, you spoke about this pre-season looking slightly different to previous years. What are you hoping to get out of this summer?
I think the main things, there's probably two main things, and when we look through the whole organisation, is improve our discipline. I mean, it came through in the field. Like we first 3 seasons, we're one of the most disciplined team, and the last two we're down near the bottom of that, and we've really got to improve that in everything we do as an organisation. Everyone from staff to players, everybody and everything we do. So, we've outlined that, and everyone realises that's what we're going to do. And the other one is probably just grow real toughness, and what that means is it's not just the physical side, but it's being able to be under any distress or discomfort, just being really clear and make good decisions. We all know sometimes we do the first thing is not normally the best thing. We say things we shouldn't say. Just take time to think and try and make good choices at good times. So, it's everything's sort of geared around that. Simple example: normally you run the Bronco, and you just zone out and go hard as you can. But as soon as that's done, they had to do a skill component, so they had to quickly think and operate under a bit of pressure, a bit of discomfort, and that was interesting. If we stopped the Bronco, we probably applauded a few boys on the way they ran, but some of those boys weren't able to do the skills as well. So giving them that sort of opportunity right through the pre-season, so by the time we get to games, hopefully our decision making and our discipline will improve.
And since the end of last season, we've added a few new faces. What will these guys bring to the group?
I think you can see it already. They've come in. It's like any of us who've moved to a new club. They want to prove themselves. Certainly Sam Woolstone and Kieran Marmlin, the 2 9s, came and won both. Did really well in the Broncos. BV's come in and off the back of 2 great seasons at London Irish with. You can see his quality as well. I think. All of these players will come in and have something to improve, and we've got Josh Caulfield coming in as well too, and again a guy who's from local boy from Western, he did well at London Irish too, really hungry to do well for his hometown as well, so that's exciting.
We've also had the news that we'll be competing in the Champions Cup. Not the way that you would have wanted to qualify for it, but what a huge opportunity.
Yeah, it is. I mean, firstly, like before, it's not great with Wasp, Boston, now London Irish. It's when you bring it to a personal level, it's our peers, our staff, players, families that are affected. So that wasn't good news, and we certainly felt for a lot of them. But all we can do is take what's given in front of us, and so it wasn't the way we wanted it, but we're in, and so we look forward to competing in that as well. So I think the most important priority for us now is using these 16 weeks of pre-season to the best possible advantage, that we come back and give our supporters who have probably been questioning us, rightly so, that they want improvement. We've set high standards, and we need those standards and some going forward.
And looking ahead to next season, some huge, exciting events to look forward to. The Barbarians, and then recently announced we'll be playing the Crusaders in February.
Well, I think the Springbok game, South Africa game was massive. The event, the occasion, and Ashton Gate. I went to my first concert, the Arctic Monkeys, and not quite my type of music, but the event was outstanding. The way they put that on, and that's it. It's it's not just a rugby game. It's an occasion, and the Barbarians and the way they play and the way they want. It's a great tradition. So for us to have that opportunity to play them at Ashton Gate is huge. And then the Crusaders. Well, I mean, Super Rugby champions. Over and over, won more champions titles than anyone, and for them to come to Ashton Gate is huge. I was just talking to Scott Robinson today about it, and You know, he said even as All Black coach, he'll probably, you know, might come and have a look. And I said, well, I'll give you a great tour of the Bristol city, and we'll have a nice box for him at Ashton Gate, because it'd be great to get the All Blacks here one day too.